did what I was supposed to. That's not fair.
We gotta make it, but it's cozy in the rut. Too busy coping to see what we've all become. A hooded man is stopping, got you on the run. Don't look back, his face is just the muzzle of a gun. Don't look behind you or it'll find you. Yeah, but you better run. Do I need to remind you this is way too better than anyone? I don't recognize you, I used to like you before all that we done. Do I need to remind you this is way too better than anyone? For the lights off and they all through a fence.
What's going on, ladies and gents, and welcome to episode 21 of the Crimson Championship Wrestling Series on TEW IX. I'm BT Savage, and of course we've got Max Hit Matt here with us. And in this episode, we got another ignition, of course. And this one... What am I going to say, bro? Every ignition... I'm not
It doesn't even matter.
Every ignition is the best, but, I mean... This one we got some pretty spicy stuff.
Mhm.
We do have Wuhan Nation vs Dragonfire 2. That match 1-on-1. We got a lot. Let's just say we got a lot of things building up. Obviously on the road to Jesus Christ.
Rebirth in Blood 2. I'll fill in. It's all good, BT. We got this.
There we go.
Kenny Omega, Kevin Steen face to face. It's going to be absolutely huge with a women's #1 contenders triple threat. Man, I'm excited. I think we should just get there. I'm so excited for Rebirth in Blood 2, man.
Let's get into it, man.
All right. Welcome to CCW Ignition 15, of course. Not in Michigan, but in Ohio, the Akron Civic Theater, 753 people, BT. We are on the rise when it comes to our attendances.
We are.
100%. But we open hot here with an 83 rated segment. The lights dim as, of course, Kenny Omega hits the ring. The crowd erupts and he makes his way to the ring, microphone in hand. He waits a little bit for the ovation to settle down. 753 people chanting his name. And he says, week after week, everyone's been telling me the odds are stacked against me. The Crimson Crown Tournament, a mountain too tall to climb. Don Callis breathing down my neck. Every shark in that damn locker room looking to take me out. But let me make one thing very clear. Odds have never defined Kenny Omega. I've made my career on proving people wrong, and that doesn't stop now. Kevin Steen, I've heard you talk. I've heard the boast. You walk around calling yourself the greatest. As I've previously said, I want you to come out here. We stand eye to eye, toe to toe before Rebirth in Blood 2. The crowd pipes up, of course, as Kevin Steen's music hits. Steen strolls down with, that signature smirk, that smug look. And he sort of circles Kenny Omega, just messing around with him a little bit. And he says, "Oh, Kenny, you want me to stand here face to face like we're equals? Let me remind you of something. You betrayed your partner. You betrayed Kenny Omega, the one man who had your back through everything. And for what? For your ego, for your selfishness. You want to be the best bout machine. You want the world to revolve around Kenny Omega, and that's all you care about. But me, I don't need a partner. I don't need anyone. I'm Kevin Steen, and I am the greatest Canadian wrestler of all time. You might be good, Kenny. Hell, you might even be great one day. But you're not on my level. Not now, not ever." The crowd boos, but there's some cheers there as well. Steen's one of those guys, you know what I mean? Omega nods slowly. Says, "You know what, Kevin? You're right about one thing. I made choices that hurt people I care about. And Ibushi, he'll always be my brother. But don't confuse mistakes with weakness. Because when I walk into that ring, I don't need anyone to validate me. I've gone toe-to-toe with legends. I've carved my name into CCW with every drop of blood and sweat. The Crimson Crown is the toughest damn tournament in wrestling. And yes, the odds weren't in my favor. But odds don't mean nothing when you're driven by destiny. Steen, you may call yourself the greatest Canadian wrestler of all time. Which isn't true. But after I'm done with you, the world's going to call me something else. The man who knocked the king off his throne." The crowd explodes as Omega and Steen step closer, pretty much nose to nose. Microphones drop onto the mat. tension, of course, palpable. Steen then smirks and says, "Not on my level." Omega stares him down. We then sort of cut to like a graphic, I guess, hyping up the match. And 83 here, BT, is absolutely massive.
What a great way to kick off Ignition 15. And yes, we are basically previewing the main event of Rebirth in Blood 2. The winner of the Crimson Crown versus the CCW World Heavyweight Champion Kevin Steen, Kenny Omega. Wow, this is dream stuff, man. This is
huge.
dream stuff.
Absolutely huge. Both men did amazing. This is a really good promo. But it's now time for women's action. Of course, it is going to be the number one contenders match. Let's find out who's going to take on Awesome Kong at Rebirth in Blood 2. BT, take it away.
You would be correct. And in a 69 rated bout, we see Io Shirai picking up the win, defeating Gail Kim and Courtney Rush in just over 13 minutes when Io Shirai pinned Courtney Rush with a thunder splash. Shooting star, my bad, I'm blind. Don't fault me, ladies and gentlemen. Io Shirai with a 77 there, 60 for Gail Kim and a 36 for Courtney Rush. Great stuff here, as Io Shirai, yes, is now the number one contender. She will face Awesome Kong at Rebirth in Blood 2. And, man, wow, I mean, Io Shirai, since she's arrived here in CCW, she's been slowly building her way up the ladder. And now she gets her opportunity at the top of that at the top of that ladder, top of that mountain, a beast in Awesome Kong. And should be an interesting matchup, to say the least.
Definitely an underdog versus the beast, but man, with a 77 rated performance, anything is possible. 69 rated match, man. That's pretty damn big.
That's huge.
All right. But then a familiar sight. Familiar music hits. It is the one and only Don Callis, and he struts down to the ring with the smug look. You know who it is. The crowd boos it. They hate it. He says, "Ladies and gentlemen, I know you've all been buzzing, wondering when would the great Kurt Angle finally step foot again in the CCW ring. But after this great match against Eddie Kingston, I know you guys want him every damn show. But no, I will not overexpose him and ram him down your throats like other damn promotions would." Facts. So let me cut through the noise. Kurt Angle will not appear in CCW until Rebirth in Blood 2. And I know, that's too long of a wait for you people. But trust me, it'll be worth it. Because I got news that will shock the industry. News that will change the face of professional wrestling. At Rebirth in Blood 2, you will witness a clash that nobody thought possible. A dream match. A nightmare for anyone standing in the ring when the bell does ring. It is going to be the wrestling machine, the Olympic hero, the American hero, Kurt freaking Angle, versus the scariest man on the planet, the murder grandpa, the last samurai, Minoru Suzuki. The crowd erupts. Some screaming, "Holy shit," as Callis grins. You wanted history. You wanted something that would define CCW forever. At Rebirth in Blood 2, it's Kurt Angle versus Minoru Suzuki, and I guarantee you there will be blood, there will be pain, and when it's all said and done, every single one of you will thank Don Callis for making it happen. He then drops the mic and walks out. That is going to be insane. A dream match, a literal dream match.
Look, most people may hate Don Callis, but you can't deny he will deliver the goods when he wants to. Kurt Angle versus Suzuki, man. Like, This is some wild stuff, bro. And you know, Kurt Angle obviously went up against Eddie Kingston on Ignition, and bro, now he's just getting the best of the best here. Not just in CC, but this is a dream match. This is a one-time thing. This is crazy, man.
It's huge. Absolutely huge. And what a better time. I think Rebirth in Blood 2 is shaping to be, I don't know, like, obviously every year you want to get better, and I understand that. I don't know how we top Rebirth in Blood 2.
I think we'll find a way. We'll
You-
find a way,
I'm
bro.
sure we will. But it is now time for singles action. I mean, this match has been hyped. It is Uha Nation taking on Jacob Fatu. BT, take it away, my friend.
Thank you very much, brother. And in the 58 rated match, we do see Jacob Fatu picking up the win against Uha Nation in just over 13 minutes with the Samoan drop. A 68 for Uha Nation and a 27 for Fatu. Big win for Jacob Fatu here. As you know, look, he's made a statement. He's made a statement here, and you know he's been kind of going on a rampage the last couple of ignitions, wanting an opportunity, wanting a spot. Uha Nation stepped up to the challenge, and look, he fell. He fell to the mighty Samoan hurricane of pain.
For sure, man.
Jacob Fatu.
Look, Uha Nation putting in the work. Bit of a carry job here. But you know what? We're keen to build Fatu, who's one of those guys on the roster. Uha as well, don't get me wrong. This is just one loss, you know what I mean? Really good match there. We then have Giant Bernard's in a ring debut. I'm actually excited to see how well, hopefully, this does. As he takes on Dragon Lee. And we get a 55 rated match. This isn't bad. Giant Bernard defeating Dragon Lee with a choke bomb after an interference from Machine Gun Carl Anderson. 52 for Giant Bernard and 41 for Dragon Lee. It looks like Carl Anderson has joined the Bullet Club after two sweeting Giant Bernard. That is kind of massive. The Bullet Club growing again.
Yeah, no, that is big. Carl Anderson joining the Bullet Club. It just makes too much sense.
Yeah.
And as you said, the
Bad
Bullet Club.
intentions, for those who know.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, as you said, the Bullet Club growing ever so more here in CCW. I mean, good stuff. John Bernard with the win. And yeah, wow.
Big match there. Not a terrible match either. I'm happy with that.
And then we see here, we got Adam Page. Here he's on the mic and he says, "I've always prided myself on being a man who fights for the fans, who fights with honor, and who represents CCW the right way. But a few weeks ago, I let every single one of you down. My emotions get the better of me. I let Bully Ray drag me into a barroom brawl, and because of that, I cost myself a spot in the Crimson Crown tournament. And for that, I want to stand here in this ring and apologize to each and every single CCW fan here in attendance and around the world watching at home. Because you deserved better. You deserved me in that tournament fighting for gold, not sitting in a holding cell with Bully Ray." The crowd cheers lightly, giving Page some respect back. But suddenly there interrupts in boos as Bully Ray comes out. He storms down the ramp with the mic in hand, venom in his eyes, as Bully says, "Oh, boo-hoo, cowboy, cry me a river. You didn't let the fans down. You let me down. Because I didn't get the satisfaction of stomping your ass into the mat in the Crimson Crown. But guess what? This ain't over. You and me, we ain't done. And I ain't waiting. I'm here tonight to stomp you out right now." As Bully tosses his mic and rolls into the ring, Page throws down his mic and they're squaring up, they're ready to throw hands. But before anything happens, the boss, Don Callis, his theme hits, he struts onto the stage, flanked by a swarm of CCW security rushing the ring. They pile in between Bully Ray and Adam Page, holding them apart as the crowd chants, "Let them fight! Let them fight!" Callis smirks with the mic in hand and says, Gentlemen, calm yourselves. You two are dying to rip each other apart. I can see it. These people can see it. But let me remind you both of something. I made the right call for this company, for this industry, and for the people by removing you both from the Crimson Crown. I saved the tournament from descending into chaos. But that doesn't mean you don't get to finish what you started. Oh no. Because if you two animals want to destroy each other, then I'm going to give the people what they want. So here's the deal. Ignition 16, Adam Page versus Bully Ray in a street fight. The crowd erupts at the announcement. Page shouts across the security wall at Bully, "You're mine!" while Bully smirks and yells, "You're dead, cowboy!" Security holds firm as Callis smacks on the stage, raising his arms, loving the chaos he's just created. And then the segment fades to obviously to a commercial break here, with the crowd buzzing for this street fight that just got announced here, man.
That's huge.
63 rated segment, and man,
This
we know
is
the history these two have, man. That's all I'm gonna
100%.
say.
I mean, Bully Ray's debut was against Adam Page in a tables match. You know, Adam Page needs this moment. He needs to prove himself. But Bully Ray needs to prove that he's still on top. Bully Ray needs to prove he's still one of the main guys, a main eventer. Can throw his name in the hat, throw his hat in the ring, whatever you want to say, and say, I'm that guy. I should be in the main event. I should be going for the world title. You know what I mean? It's a huge match, and it's next show. I'm so excited, man. But that's not even the end of the show. Speaking of main events, it is now time for Kevin Steen, our CCW World Heavyweight Champion, taking on Mr. Rob Van
Dam.
Let's get into that one. 63 rated segment here, by the way. That's huge. We get into a 71 rated match. It was Kevin Steen defeats Rob Van Dam in about 19 minutes with a catching powerbomb. 71's a little rough here. Obviously, the failure doesn't help there. This isn't bad. This is not bad. A 71 for an Ignition main event. Pretty cool, man. I'm really happy with how CCW is going. RVD with a 51 is a little low, but keep in mind it's 2014, you know? Anyway, we end up on a 72. That is a really solid show. That is a really, really solid show. As for praise, I'm thinking EO and Steen.
Yeah, I mean that's probably the right way to go.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's go EO praised and Kevin Steen. Oh, that's Kevin Nash. We probably should give him some praise at some point, but that's okay. Praise for a great performance. EO was happy. Kevin Steen seemed pleased. Financially, that's not bad, man. That is not bad at all. It is not going to be long, and we will be making money. I put a year at the most.
100%, man.
Popularity, we are up to a 32. That's massive. Scotland up to a 28. We did buy out, I believe it was ICW. Is that right?
Yeah, I believe so.
Canto to a 20. Occidente to a 31. Man, there's a lot going on here. A lot to unravel, but that is it for this episode. I appreciate you all so much for watching this one. This one was really cool. Next episode, Ignition 16. We already know the main event. Adam Page, Bully Ray, street fight. And then, before we know it, guys, it's Rebirth in Blood 2. Thank you so much. I'm going to kick it over to BT. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you, brother. Again, we're getting ever so close to the small, and once we hit small, this is where big things happen. But if you guys enjoyed the video, hit like on the video, of course. Comment down below your thoughts on the episode, your thoughts on the series. Man, there's big stuff developing here before Rebirth in Blood 2. Share this video around, share this series around with the TEW community. Give it some love, because Matt and I have been loving this series. We're loving this series. We've been loving it from the start, and we're going to keep loving it till the end of time. And I'm going to stop saying loving it, because I'm loving it. Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm a dickhead. But until next time, I'm BT Savage. This is Max and Matt, and we'll see you in the next episode of Crimson Championship Wrestling.